morning all. You're watching channel Easy Explanation of Academic Topics. I'm Gayatri. Today I'll show you how to execute C program for matrix multiplication. Okay. First I'll explain you the theory part of it, the logic behind the matrix multiplication. Then we'll see the C program for that. Okay. So the question you get is, see, develop and implement and execute a C program that treats two matrices A and B. Compute product of matrix A and B, right? Then print both the input matrix, that is A and B, and the resulted matrix, means the answer, the product of both the matrices, right? Then program must check the compatibility of orders of the matrices for multiplication. Report appropriate messages in case of incompatibility. I'll show you everything of this, okay? See, these are the examples of matrices, right? See, here we have got, this is one matrix and this is another matrix. See, these things this is known as rows, one row and two row. Okay, then this is the column, first column, second column, right? So here you have got two rows, one and two, and three columns, one, two, and three, right? See, matrix multiplication, if you want to multiply two matrix, then this is the rule: number of columns in the first matrix should be equal to the number of rows in the second matrix. See, here you have got two columns. The two columns should be equal to the number of rows in second matrix, that is 2, right? Only then you can multiply the matrices. If it is not same, the number of columns is not equal to the number of rows of second matrix, then you cannot multiply the matrix, right? See, this is one example. See, here you have got three columns here and two rows for the second matrix. In this case, matrix multiplication is not possible. Okay, now we'll see an example of how we multiply matrix. See, first you'll multiply 10 with 4 here, then 11 with 4, right? For 10 fours are 40, 11 fours are 44. Then what you do? Then you'll multiply 10 with 2, 10 twos are 20, and then 11 fives are 55, right? Then you'll multiply 10 with 3 and 11 with 6. 10 threes are 30 and 11 6 are 66, right? Similarly, with 15 fours are 60 and 20 fours are 80. Then 15 twos are 30, then 25s are 100, right? 30 and 100. Then again 15 threes are 45 and 26 are 120. This is how you multiply the matrix, right? And you get answer here: 48 plus 44, 84. So you have added everything and you kept the answer like this. So we'll do the same thing in the program. Okay, this is how the program snippet will look for your matrix multiplication. This is the important part of your code for matrix multiplication. Okay, see here I can have values 0 and 1. Okay, I represents the number of rows of matrix A. See, this is your matrix A. The same example we'll do the product, we'll find the product for the same matrix which we used in explanation. So we have got two rows, right? So 0 and 1 are the values for I. Then J represents column B, right? J represents columns of B matrix, that is 0, 1, 2. See, here you have got 0, 1 and 2, right? Three columns we have, so J can have these three values, right? K represents columns of A which is equal to rows of B, right? That so it can have only two values. See, 0 and 1, 0 and 1. So the number of columns and number of rows of second matrix are same, right? So K can have only two values, 0 and 1, right? So this is the program snippet that does the multiplication part for the matrix. Initially K will be 0, you'll execute this statement, then K will become 1, again you'll execute this statement. K cannot have value 2 here because it can have 0 and 1 only. Then you'll go here, the control will move to for loop. Then here J was 0 earlier, J will become 1, again you'll execute this for K is equal to 0, K is equal to 1. Again J will become 1, you'll execute this for K is equal to 0 and K is equal to 1. Again J will become 2, you'll execute this again for 0 and 1 values of K. J cannot have value 3 here, so when J becomes 3, control will move back to the for loop, another for loop. Then again you'll execute for I was 0 earlier, now I becomes 1, again J is 0, K is 0 and 1, then J becomes 1, again 0 and 1 for K, J becomes 2, 0 and 1 for K. Then control will come back here, earlier it was 1, now it becomes 2. Again you'll execute all the statements. Then when I becomes 3, I cannot have values 3, right? It can have only 0 and 1 values, so the control will move back, right? This is how it executes. Okay, and every time you need to make C of ij is 0, that is the elements that we place here will be initially 0. Okay, So we'll see how it works with this example. See, I 0, j 0 and k is 1. This is what you get. When then when you make I as 1 and k as 0, you'll get this value. Then when k becomes 1, you get the second element. Then j becomes 2 and k is 0, you'll get this. J becomes 2 and k is equal to 1, you get that. Then when I becomes 1, you'll come to the second row, right? Then k is equal to 1, you get that. Then j is 1 and k is equal to 0, right? Then for both 1 and 1, again I for j is equal to 2 and k is equal to 0, you get this value. Then for k is equal to 1, you get the second answer, right? And in you have all the products by this time. Okay, we'll see the program part of this. So this is the program that you have. Hash include stdio.h and hash include standard library.h, right? Then you have void main. See, we are defining three arrays here. See, first array is to store first matrix. Then B array is to store second matrix. C is for calculate to find the product of both the matrix. Okay. Then M and N represents rows and column for your first matrix. Then P and Q represents rows and column for your second matrix. Then I, J and K are the variables we use in for loop. Okay. Then printf, enter the order of matrix A. So scanf M and N means M represents row and N represents column. Then again you'll print enter the order of matrix B. Then P and Q. P represents rows of matrix 2 and Q represents column of matrix 2. Okay. Then if n and p values are not same, that is the column of first is not equal to rows of second matrix, in that case print matrix multiplication is not possible and exit. So your program will exit in case n is not equal to p. Okay, otherwise if it is not, then we'll execute all the statements. Print enter the elements of a. Now see, you need two loops. Okay, for I is equal to 0 to I m. M represents the rows of first matrix. Then j is equal to 0, j less than n represents the columns of the first matrix. Okay. Then you'll read all the values for your matrix. Then you'll end. Then you read all the elements for your second matrix. For I is equal to 0, I less than p, I plus plus, j is equal to 0, j less than q. See here, p represents the rows of second matrix and q is the column for the second matrix. Then you read b of ij. Okay. Then you have read all the elements for your second matrix. Now we'll print them. Printf matrix A, then I is equal to 0, I less than m, same loops. Okay, print percentage d, a of ij. So a of 0 0, a of 0 1, everything will be printed in the matrix form. So you want to be printed in matrix form, so we are giving backslash n means move to the next line. Once you write one row, move to the next line, right? And here we are giving percentage d because the tab, the spacing between every elements, that was we are giving slash t here. Okay, then same thing, print them for matrix B. I is equal to 0, I less than P, I plus plus, right? Number of rows represents P is represented by P and number of columns of B is represented by Q, right? Then same thing, printf percentage D backslash T and then B of ij, then printf backslash N. So once you move out of this for loop, need to move to the next line. Okay, you're done with printing both a and b. Now we'll calculate c, product of the matrices. It's the same loop which I showed earlier in explanation. I is equal to 0, I less than m, I plus plus, j is equal to 0, j less than q, j plus plus, make c of ij as 0. Then for k is equal to 0, k less than n, k plus plus, then c of ij is equal to c of ij plus a of ik into b of kj. This is known as shorthand form. Okay, c of ij is equal to c of ij plus a of ik into b of kj. That's what it represents. Okay, plus is equal to, this is known as shorthand form. Okay, then once you find the product of the matrix, we'll print matrix c. You have the product of matrix in c of ij, right? So we'll print c of ij here. Very similar lines. I is equal to 0, I less than m, I plus plus, then j is equal to 0, j less than q, j plus plus, print c of ij. See the same slash t, same slash in here. For all the matrix we use a very similar thing. So we are done with this. Okay, then when you encounter this flower bracket, a program will exit. See here, one thing you need to see is, see we are writing for loop inside a for loop. This is known as nested for loops. And then For this for loop, I have not used any flower bracket here because we have only one statement, right? When you have only one statement to execute, then of the flower bracket is optional. But if you have more than one statement to execute in the loop, then you must compulsorily add flower bracket. Okay, we'll execute and see this. So enter the order for matrix A. Order first I give row and then I give column. Okay, 2 cross 2. Then for matrix B, it is again 2 across 3. That is what we used in our example, right? I'll give the element same as we used in our example. Okay, so this is what we used in our example, right? 10, 11, 15 and 20. So 10, 11, 15 and 20. Okay, then it asks me to give elements of matrix B. 4, 2, 3. 4, 2, 3. First enter the rows and then first row, then give elements for second row. 4, 5 and 6. Now 4, 5 and 6. So see, your matrix A is like this, what we have entered. Matrix B and matrix is the product, right? It is the C is same as what we got in our, right? It's the same as what we got here, right? So this is the program. I hope you have understood. In case you do not give n, I mean the rows of first is the column of first matrix is not equal to rows of second matrix. In that case, it will just exit, giving you a message matrix multiplication is not possible. Okay, I hope you have understood this. Thanks for watching.